Hey everybody, Jeff Snow, Coastal Living Realty and Associates, coming to you again today with another how-to video to save you a lot of money and to really show you a lot of these projects that people pay other people to do. You can do at your house quickly, easily, and keep your spouse happy. And that's how my wife does it. She makes me do these videos so I actually get things done. So yeah, I know. She's laughing too right now. Today we're going to do add-on blinds for doors. So some of the patio doors come with the blinds that are already in them, and that's great. So you want blinds, and you don't want to mount them like some people used to. So now they have these add-ons that are basically a window, and and you'll just go over the top of what you got, which is really neat. Well, I mean, it's really neat. Easy. Very easy to put on, and anybody, even including women, can do this. This is very simple. So I'll just show you a couple little things here. There's only there's four mounts. Two of these at the top, which whenever you hook these to the top, it's going to go into the little groove there. So that's there, and then these are going to be mounted on that piece over there, and then these little locking tabs will lock it. And I'm going to show you how to do those real quick. And that just really is how easy it is to put these on and have them looking good. So just a couple little things. Whenever you look at the directions, this mount here, or frame I should say, the frame on some of them will actually have a metal frame bracket behind them. These don't. So if you do have a full metal bracket behind it, as I pull these off, I realize it's all it's all part of it. So basically what I do is, these are little filler tabs, so whenever they put the screws in, come a little closer, you can see how they fill it in where you can't hardly tell where the screws are at. So what I do is I pop off the ones, because I know they only got 4 pieces of hardware. That's how simple this is. So the attaching groove here, and it's got an outside groove. So let me get the screwdriver, or you can use this little pick. It's almost like an ice pick. It's worth buying this tool at the store. You can get a straight one, or this one's actually got a little curve, because it'll reach in and pull those little white tabs out a lot easier. So basically you'll dig into it and then pop it out. So once you get that, then you can use a screwdriver. Matter of fact, where's my flathead? To separate this. Of course, it's probably got some caulk on it. Yeah, this one's a little more. It's got the paint holding it. So basically, it'll slide in, and it'll do the measuring for you. It's going to show you. I was a little concerned at that at first, because I've never added these on. But by just going over and putting the edge on, let's see. There we go. Got to get them out just a little further, because there's a little tab right here that needs to go underneath it. So you'll see that. And sometimes, you know what, it's just easier to take all these out. And sometimes you're going to have to, or not all the way off, but just take it where you can. That'll make your job a lot easier. So, all right, there we go. Now we're in behind it. I'm going to drop that in. And you can screw that right back in. That's a little high. I'll tell you something. I'm going to see if this one works, because I already put this one on. But there's a plastic piece that guides the screw in on the other side. So I'm going to see if it works this way, and if it doesn't, I'm going to pull this back off a little bit. And I actually had a file, which is a little round file like this, and I filed that plastic piece down behind it so that metal piece would sit a little a little closer down, but I think this is still going to work, so we'll see how that goes. So just one of those little things you can run into, so we'll see how that goes. You got to get that one popped off. There we go. Remember the outside, that's going to show you how far it needs to go in. There we go. I think this is going to work just fine. Actually, I think I just didn't get that piece in. That's what I didn't do over here before I screwed it in. So we're not professional how to do it, so that's kind of why we're showing people that anybody can do this and save yourself a lot of money. So I'll make sure that little tab is in the groove behind it. And now it's going to be just fine. Okay, I'm going to run and grab the drill real quick. First thing, always make sure your drill's charged, okay? Beforehand, mine ran out, so that's kind of why I'm telling you. So it makes it quicker. All right, so now we're going to come down to the lower tab, and really all this is a spacer. So it's going to pull this piece out, and let me back these off. I think that's going to separate enough. Yep, it's going to separate just enough, okay? Whoops. I forgot one right here. You can just see how I'm digging in here. If you want to get in a little closer, just kind of poke it in there. Some of them are real easy, and some of them, that's about as hard as it gets. So that's really it. Back that off. Back that off. We're going to... All right, we got that. So you can get a tape and measure from here down, or if you have a tool or, you know, whatever, you can just measure it. So I know, if you want to come over here and look, this tab sticks out. So I just want to make sure that whenever I put this spacer in up here, that the tab won't hit the spacer itself. So I'm going to go at least the height of this tool, and if you wanted to measure it with a measuring tape, that's fine. So I know if I go about right here, I'm going to be good. It just makes it quick and simple. I'm not as OCD as some people. Like the person holding the camera.
This is Molly wanting to be in the video.
Yeah, that's our extra supervisor.
Molly, you're in the way of the video, Molly.
So basically I'm near that first screw and I know I'm okay here. That's going to leave a gap behind it, because what happens is these tabs will lock in behind that, and we're good to go. So we'll cinch that down. Cinch that down. Cinch that. And so forth. Okay. Most of these tabs, once you put it in here, these aren't going to show, so you don't have to have them in here. I did notice on the other one, I'm going to put the bottom ones there. I just kind of stick them in, and then just any kind of thing. And or something. Some of them get a little beat up when you first pull them out, but you'll get them in. There's one goes in easy with the hand. That one went in easy. I got a few more of these. But this just shows you how quick this process is to do it. So, you know, like a lot of us, we get a little intimidated on some of these projects, and realize they're not as difficult. And this could save hundreds of dollars for you, if not more. So, I had to take out, you know, probably about 12 screws. I didn't take them all the way out. Make sure you clean the glass on this one and that one. But what's so nice about these is, let me finish these 3 or 4 up here. That one's a little bit of a chore to get in. And just push it, it'll stay. I got one on the floor somewhere, but not the end of the world. Okay, so as easy as it is to put these on, so say for some reason some moisture got in there or something got in between the two glass, it's real simple. Let me just remind you of this before we put this on. This piece here has a little tab here we got to pull off. As you can see, it won't go up and down. So. Not the end of the world if you put it on first, you're going to realize that. Now I got to pop it back off, but it was that easy to pop it off. So, all right, that little tab to keep it, I guess, from sliding while they're moving. But all you're going to do, you're going to go to the top. You're going to feel it go right into the two pieces. It's in. Kind of sure it up this way. I heard the pop click there. Whoops, make sure this one's out. And voila, it's in. So guess what, if we're going to take it back off, needed to clean it, something, whatever, cause some moisture or some bugs got in there somehow or another, just pop these tabs out, lift it off, and you can clean both sides of the window. Slide it back on, and actually these look like they're built into the patio door. So release that down, and here you go. So I forgot to time myself, but I think probably 10 minutes.
12 minutes.
12 minutes. Okay, my wife, she's the timer. Okay, so as you can see. Both sets of these. So basically under 30 minutes. And we have a happy wife,
Yay.
Happy life for us guys.
Yay.
So again, we appreciate you tuning into our video. Tune into our channel, like it and share it. And you'll get notified on future videos. Just quick stuff. It's not, we're not going to try to rebuild a house, but just those little things that can give you the confidence to do the things that you need to do in the house, and it doesn't cost you as much money as getting a handyman or somebody else, which would cost you whatever you pay. This was basically, I think, $115 for one of these. So for $215, they would probably charge you $200 to install them, and it took 10 minutes per door. So you save a couple $100. And you can go take your wife out to a nice dinner again. Let's keep her happy, or whoever your significant other is. So again, thanks for watching. Like and share the page. We really appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.